Hi guys, so just out for a lovely little walk with Jack and Kian and Chris. Shannon's staying at home apparently revising, so let's see if she is. So I just thought I'd jump on live quickly to do my procrastination challenge tip 1. So I put a post up a little while ago. So first tip is to just break it down into smaller pieces. Sounds easy, but we don't do it. So basically what that is to take a large task that maybe we put off because it's long and boring, and break it down into slightly smaller chunks so that it becomes a little bit more doable, a little bit less boring, and you actually get it done. So at the moment you're not doing it at all. So if you break it down into smaller tasks and it takes you a little bit longer to do it, then that's fine, because at least you're still doing it. You're doing more than what you would be at the moment. So for those of you that said that having tasks like housework and stuff, breaking it down to doing a room at a time or a small section at a time, something like that, is a really great way of getting it done. You might find that it takes you 2 or 3 days to do it, but like we said, at the minute you're not doing it at all, so it's even better. The other ones, we're talking about sort of work related things, so report writing, if you have to do maybe an assignment for a qualification or something like that you do, then again to break it down into smaller parts. So you can do things like break it down into doing your research at one point, putting it away, then taking another point and maybe do your template, put that together, do page 1, 2 and 3, then stop. And just by breaking it down into smaller pieces, you find that you're getting more done. So it's a lot better, a lot easier, and you find that you get your way through it. So the other thing to do when you're breaking it down to make it a little bit more interesting is to give yourself small wins, little successes. So if you've done one of the rooms, or you've cleared one of the shelves out, or you've done 20 of the ironing items, give yourself a little treat. So whether or not that might be go and sit in the garden with a cup of coffee, watch one episode of one of the TV shows that you're binge watching, go outside for a fag if you're a smoker, go for a 20-minute walk with the dog, something like that. But give yourself a little break, something that you're able to kind of give yourself it's successful. Because what happens is when we procrastinate, it's because our brain has a negative reaction or a negative relationship with that task. So things like doing the shower, the reason we have an issue with that is because it generally gets crappy again after one go. So you kind of feel like it's pointless. It's a bit different if you look at things like your cooking. So if you've got your plates and you're washing up, you're not going to eat your dinner off a dirty plate from the day before, because you know you'll get sick. Whereas things like dusting and hoovering, a lot of people will think, well actually, do you know what, it's going to get shitted up again. So especially if you've got young kids, you know, what's the point? So because there's no consequence to us not getting it done, there doesn't seem to be a problem with not doing it. If you're at work and you've got a boss bollocking you because you've not hit a deadline, then you're not going to put off doing that thing or getting that task done. Whereas when you work for yourself and there is no consequence to it, then what's to stop you doing it? What's to give you the bollocking? Who's there to tell you off? So instead of putting a consequence in place, you kind of switch that on its head and put a treat in place. So you give yourself a reward. You give yourself something nice for doing it. And then over a period of time, those little tasks that you've been putting off, they're no longer a negative, because actually there's a reward attached to them. So they become a positive. And we all like positives. So if there's something that we like from it, we're going to do it. So that's my first tip. I'm going to break it down into a few more. Drag it out over a few days, obviously. And as you can tell, I can't walk very far and talk. So I'm going to keep it quite short. Which should be good, because 9 times out of 10 my lives tend to go on a little bit longer than they should. So I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to leave you to enjoy your lovely summer night, and I'm going to try and catch up with Chris and the dog and Kian. Anyway, have a lovely evening, and keep sharing your amazing posts. I'm really, really enjoying all the honesty. Anyway, see you soon. Bye.